Hi everyone, it's Darlene and it is Monday and I have the new Shaw's flyer up for you. We are going to look at it together and I'm going to kind of zip through it a little bit because there's a mega sale this week and I want to stop there and explain that to my newbies. I also want to point out that I tidied up the header and you'll see that just hover over Shaw's flyer and you'll see the Shaw's flyers. And I'm also going to keep a few in the archives for those of us who are doing Savings Catcher and might need proof down the road, that we saw a lower price somewhere else, and I'll be doing that for the Market Basket flyer also. And you'll notice my big book of savings is missing. That disappeared today, so I'm going to have to put that back up and keep my fingers crossed that it stays. And that is the phone. I think that was like my 5th political call in a matter of just 2 hours. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, I have no clue what I was telling you. Probably a good thing. Let's just look at the flyer. Not a bad price for boneless chicken. I like it, like sometimes we get it for $1.79. Oh my God, that's so close. Buy some. Good price. Oh yeah, was I saying something about the turkeys? Or was that in my dreams? I can't remember. That's terrible. I mean, a phone call and I'm gone. If I didn't mention it, and I'm hoping I didn't. There's a $10 purchase to get the 49 cents a pound. I didn't mention that last week because I hadn't read it, so I didn't know that. And Walmart will not price match this because there is a requirement of a $10 purchase. They will only price match if you don't have to have a purchase. Oh my God, I just made that so complicated. That's because I'm afraid that I'm saying it twice. And I don't feel like listening to the first part of this video to find out. So if I said it twice, so sorry. And if I didn't say it twice, so sorry that I didn't know. Skippy peanut butter, that's a good price if we have a coupon. Did I see one? I don't remember. Good, that'll be a good sale on the cereal. And I think there's some cereal in the mega sale too. Are you seeing anything? Oh, our wicked awesome 3-day sale. Now this is fantastic. $2.99 for bacon. That's a very good price. You might want to go pick some up and throw that in your freezer. And this yogurt, that's good. And we almost always have coupons for this. I mean, this is like, I don't know if I've ever seen 3 for 1 for this. And you can freeze yogurt. When you let it thaw, the texture can be a little bit waterier, but I like to freeze yogurt to make smoothies, except if you buy this kind, you have to take the yogurt out. Don't do like me and freeze this and then open that top and expect to be able to get a frozen block out of a tiny hole. Then I tried to cut the bottom off and I, pretty much would have had more success just cutting off my own hand because it was impossible to do that. So, sometimes I just am not very bright at all. So I have to dump those into containers and then freeze them and then plop them into the blender. But you can freeze and thaw and eat if you don't mind a little tiny bit of a different texture. I shake them and they come out pretty good. Okay, solid white tuna, 99 cents, that's not bad. But this has me mega excited. Do we or do we not have a coupon? I don't know. We had a sale one time that was, I remember getting pies for 49 cents. And I don't remember how that happened. I think it was an unadvertised sale. It was Pie Day. Remember 3.19, whatever thing that was March 19, whatever. And it was Pie Day, as in P-I, the math thing. So I remember that. It was a one-day special on pies. If we don't have coupons, $1.99 is a fantastic price for these pies. They're frozen. Just put them in the freezer. Buy now for the holidays, and you won't have to pay full price for pies. Okay, mega sale. I have some notes here. I want to try to make sure I get to tell you everything. If you have not shopped a mega sale before, this is how you're going to do it. First of all, you have to buy in groups of 10. If you buy in a group of 10, you will get $5 off for that group. So that makes it 50 cents off per item. If you were to buy 11 items, you'll get the discount on those first 10, but the 11th one, you won't get a discount on that one because it doesn't have a group of 10 to live with. So groups of 10, you can do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There's no limit how many groups you can do in one transaction. And it's supposed to take $5 off each group. You can mix and match. You do not have to buy 10 Cracker Barrel to get the discount. You can buy one of those, two of those, three of those. Just make sure you buy in groups of 10. An easy way to do this is to put some of the red carry basket thingies. How come I can't think of what to call that you put groceries in? Like strong people that carry and don't need a cart to lean on like I do. Put a few of those in your shopping cart, and then you can put your groups of 10 in those baskets. And then it makes it very easy at the register. Another thing is when you're looking at this sale, this big price here, that's the final price after you buy 10. So you'll notice the cheese is $2.79, but if you buy 10 or more of all of these items, mix or match, you'll end up paying only $2.29 for the cheese because it's going to knock 50 cents off the price of the cheese. Make sure when you shop that you pick up the exact item that they're saying to pick up. The Cracker Barrel sliced cheese 7 ounce, get the 7 ounce. Don't pick the wrong size. If you get just one item wrong in the group of 10, you won't get the discount on any of the items in that group. So it's really important that you have to make sure you pick the right item, especially things like, you know, the boxed items. I think there's cereal in this somewhere here. Yeah, for the cereal. Make sure if you grab the General Mills cereal, and you're going to look for, I don't know if they will have this exact kind of tag on the shelf. They might just have it as a sale price of $2.99, and you just have to know that it's part of this. So either look for a tag that says $2.99 sale price, or look for a tag that will say that if it's part of the 10 mega sale, it might have some mega sale tags. That's what it probably will have. Grab the right ounces. So if you grab Cheerios, make sure the Cheerios is between 12 and 18 ounce. And the boxes get shifted on the shelf. So don't just look at the tag and then grab the box on top of that tag. Look at the box, because you need to make sure you have the right one. And I always mess up with the cereal. So I'm assuming that that's an easy one to mess up on, because, you know, if I'm messing up, oh my God. No, I mess up all the time because I don't practice what I preach. Okay, so yes, you can use coupons on this, and sometimes when you go through the register, if it doesn't work, the cashiers will say things like, oh, it's because you used coupons, or it's because you can only do 10 in a transaction, or it's because it has to be all the same item. They'll come out with things just because they don't know what to say, and usually they don't know. They don't know how to shop the sale. You probably know more than every cashier put together. That's being mean, but it's true. Don't let them try to convince you that it went wrong for some bizarre reason. If it went wrong, it could be a very good chance that it's just the register didn't catch it and that they'll have to enter it manually. So, okay, so to make it easier at the register, send 10 items through. Have them check. You check. Everybody checks to see that you got the $5 off. If you did, fine. Send your next 10 items. You don't have to do separate transactions, but send them through 10 at a time so it doesn't get confusing. And like the second 10, if it doesn't go through, you can look real quick. Chances are, they'll just say, okay, let me just put it in. A lot of times they're not going to care if you accidentally picked up the wrong cereal. You may have to look and just say, well, gee, I'm sure I bought all 10 items that are in the flyer. They might look real quick and just fix it for you. But don't be afraid to say, I need to know why this didn't go right. They're the ones that put on these funky, crazy sales, so they need to, expect that we want to get the sale price. plain and simple. And also remember that Shaw's will only double 4 like coupons per transaction. So even if you separate in groups of 10, you can't use like 4 Cheerios and then 4 Cheerios with the next group, because that's still one transaction. So just plan accordingly, and you know, don't be afraid. Good price on Klondike. I need to be kind of zippity-doo-dying through this here. So I'm sure I will find lots of sales for us. And then I'm sure I will find lots of saving catcher deals for us. Kind of fun. Very scary. Savings catcher is mega scary. It makes me a nervous wreck, but it certainly gives me more things to post deals on, and I like that. How much time do I have here? I've got to hurry. I've only got like a couple of minutes. Remember when there was coupons for this? Didn't it make them free once upon a time? For like 25 cents or something? Maybe some coupons will come out. I think I'm seeing stuff, but because I'm looking at it and talking at the same time, I can't do those two things at the same time. So I'll have to just don't get the Thomases that buy one, get one free. They're just too expensive. Get store brand. I feel like I am going to find a few good deals. Exciting. Somebody would have ever told me I would be a blogger, blogging about deals. I would have been like, huh? But I enjoy it. Slow scrolling computer. Come on, scroll, will ya? It's going to jump now. Oh, what do we have? What do we have? Huh? Pick 4, 4 for 10. Save an additional 4 with the purchase of any 4. So what does that mean? Are we paying 4 for 9? Save an additional $1 with the purchase of any 4. Why do I feel like if I keep reading it, it'll suddenly make sense to me? How are you taking that? Are you taking that as, it's got to be 4 for 10? They wouldn't say 4 for 10. I don't know what they're trying to say here. Maybe that is the sale price. Maybe we're saving $1 off each and we're getting 4 for 10. I guess. I don't know. Do I even want any of this stuff at that price? I've not seen this before. I mean, they do the 4 for $19.99 with the meat, but they're doing something different. Now, some of these might be okay with a coupon. Gee, did you go get your potatoes this week? They're only 99 cents for a 5-pound bag. I picked up 2 bags. That's a good price. All right, girls and my few boys, I think we are done. And I will be looking through the coupons and hopefully finding some fantastic deals for you. I appreciate you watching the video. I will be posting deals all day long. I have a link below this video in the info box to my blog and to the flyer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!